2023 has been a hit and miss when it comes to film. Films like Quantumania Volume 3 and so on. These films themselves are big blockbusters but just don't seem to be making enough profit. And it does make sense because there's a new film coming out every week and it's quite overwhelming the fact that us as viewers have to watch a certain film each week. I mean, do these studios realize there's a cost of living happening? These studios and their greedy money and the fact that they just want it all themselves and they just don't want to give the actors fair pay or the writers fair pay. And it's probably the reason why we're on a strike. Anyways, I was trying to point out that both Barbie and Oppenheimer might have been gone through the same path, considering both of the films did have a $100 million budget. However, as filming this video, let's just say both of these films did exceed when it comes to box office records. And I know 3 reasons as to why this has happened. And I'll be breaking this down piece by piece to see the success behind both Barbie and Oppenheimer. With the help of TikTok and other social media platforms, it pushed this so-called trend called Barbenheimer. And I can say this is one of the best marketing campaigns that's ever happened, ever since the time where people would wear suits to a Minions movie. Yes, I am not lying, this actually happened. For example, the marketing for Barbie includes a giant statue of Barbie herself in Dubai, which again, it's crazy, but then again, it was shown in the trailer, so why not show it in real life? As for Christopher Nolan, a lot of people know who he is, so obviously, when you're going to put his name in trailers, in posters, or in any other marketing campaigns, viewers are going to watch the movie. He's most known for doing practical stunts rather than computer generated in certain areas, so obviously viewers want to see how they would recreate. And the fact that both of these films were released on the same day, with one of them being a biopic about a man who created the atomic bomb, while the other is just a film that focuses on a doll which kids used to play. The duality between the two, it's insane. I mean, one's serious and then one's kid friendly. How these two films worked aligned with each other, but it's beyond me. And finally, I'd say the actors did play a subtle role when it comes to the marketing campaign. There's this image where Cillian Murphy goes to a Barbie premiere, where Margot Robbie and Greta Gerwig go to a Oppenheimer premiere. It's very smart because they're two different cast members and they're just watching different films released on the same day. Both Christopher Nolan and Greta Gerwig are talented directors. While Christopher Nolan has been in the scene for quite some time, Greta Gerwig has just recently been in the filmmaking scene. Nolan is most famous for Inception, The Dark Knight trilogy and so on. His films are mind-blowing to watch. His vision, the way he executes scene and the way he concludes a final ending, I mean, what more do you want from a director? He also wants his films to be watched in an IMAX experience. And with that, he's obviously going to film it with IMAX cameras. And bear in mind, these cameras, there's only 7 of them in the world, and 2 of which he destroyed during set. Yeah, he takes risks, and I love it so much. And finally, I think this is the film where Christopher Nolan deserves an Oscar for being the best director. I mean, just give it to him. It's his time, and the fact that he didn't get it for other films, it annoys me and surprises me. But I feel like this is the one where he just secures the bag, because I don't see any other director getting a Best Director nominee award. But yeah, you get the point. Now, like I said, Greta Gerwig just recently got into the filmmaking industry. Now, I haven't watched 2 of her previous films, but I know for a fact they were critically well acclaimed. So we could just say that she has a really good track record. She establishes a target audience with females, and with Barbie, she uses that advantage. The character is very popular, and by adding political views into the story, the film is going to be talked about a lot. But in general, I believe both of these directors stylize their films in the way that suits them and just gives them their own trademark. And not to mention how both of these films do have a stacked cast. Have you really noticed how past blockbusters has been dominated by superhero IP? And don't get me wrong, I love superhero content, but it does get to the point where when you get too much, therefore it could lead to superhero fatigue. And I myself was a victim to this. And it's not because I don't want to watch these films, but ever since COVID occurred, we've just been powered up with just so much superhero content. But I guess watching both Oppenheimer and Barbie was just a very refreshing experience, and it's something that I haven't really seen in the physics for quite some while. While one is just an independent blockbuster, another one is just an introduction to a new IP, and again, it was just really good to see something that's totally different. But yeah, I guess this is my 3 reasons as to why Barbenheimer was a success, and I do hope you enjoy the video. This is something different to what I've done before. Rather than reviewing it, I'm breaking it down as to why they were successful. And I hope you would like to see this more, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. In a bit.